Hi, for today's teardown, this colorful cockpit control panel, it is an autopilot control panel from Fokker-27 made by Smiths. So in fact I had a set of two panels of the same, from the same aircraft. The other one I did scrap it in a video because it was in very bad condition. This one is a little bit better, so I will keep it. But we will have a look in it because it is a very weird construction in fact. So we have made by Smiths in the Great Britain, of course, mode selector, serial number AD159. So you can see we have a box like so, two screws at the back. We have sticky tape around here, so we could expect that removing the stick. So first, it is not usual to find sticky tape in aircraft parts, so simply electrician tape, but it is not, I believe I did not put it myself, or if I did put it, it is because I did find some when I received the item. So I will remove this. I need to find the other end. Here we are. So we can see a gap. Gaps are always good. But of course the back cover is still not coming off. So I have two screws here at the back with aluminum glue. Hoping it will allow to remove the back cover. So typical English screws with a little bit of a recess in the middle, as you can see here also, weird design. So in fact when you undo the two screws, it does free up the connector, but it does not allow to remove the cover. Not expected in a usual aircraft instruments at least. This may be a date code, but it is completely impossible to read. So what to do next? I have 4 screws here at the sides, and they will allow me to remove the front panel, the front plexiglass piece. So it is really an odd construction for an aircraft cockpit panel. And yes, it is necessary to undo these 4 screws if they collaborate, because this one is turning loose. This one is coming at least. And yes, this one is turning loose because the little piece in which it is screwed is loose, because we are missing in fact in here something. So here is what it looks like without the front panel. We have bulbs for the backlight, and we have push buttons. So by the way, the push buttons are roll, heading, beam, pitch, FT and IIS, I have no idea, and glide. Here is the back side of the front panel. We have a sticker from a Lighter Flow Panel Limited in London. And you can see here you have prisoner captive nuts for the front, for the screws. But this one is missing a little ring, so it is not, it is coming off, not it is turning. And they did, it is not from me, it seems they did put some sticky tape to compensate the lack of this screw. And now we are left with what seems to be 4 small bolts or hexagonal head screws, which is not so usual in aircraft cockpit panels. And yes, at least it is possible to unscrew them. So very little screws, they seem to be imperial thread. Quite well, because with Smith you could expect metric. And now the back cover is falling off. So here is how it is. Aluminium with 4 brackets, right angle pieces, which seem to be spot welded to in fact U-shaped, cross-shaped piece of aluminium, probably welded at the edges here. And there is the thread pieces for the screws, which are the same piece. Okay, and here is what we have inside. So we have first this connector plate, under plate. Here is what the connector looks like, which is attached with on 2 rods here with C-clips. So it has a little bit of freedom of movement, you can move a little bit. We have a whole bunch of glass coated resistors here on this aluminium backplate with Teflon insulators. We have very nice wiring, and we have a whole bunch of stuff. So I did just figure out that you can pull the button and there is a little light inside, little bulb. And it looks like these buttons are all interconnected. Yes. This one comes back by default inside. And here is what it looks like. I will zoom a little bit because it is really interesting. So each of the button is in 2 parts. There is this cylinder part here, which carries probably the lamp holder. It is called old CN switch. There is a manufacturer label on it. Maybe on this one we'll see, yes, Smith's. There is a model number and a serial number. On each one of these switches we have 2 wires here, probably going to the light. There is a square metal piece at the end, and there is screwed on we have a set of micro switches like here, and in fact when you push there is a middle piece here which is moving, and it is moving a whole bunch of camshaft to accommodate the position of the other switches. So by the way, this one is different, as you can see. We have quite a surprise, we have Allen screws here at the back. We have the other side is the same. So 3 like this, 1 like this. Each time here we have 3 micro contacts, 5 here, 3 here. You can see the very nice wiring of the thing with a blue piece of cloth ribbon, something like this. So this, I did already open one. It is a micro relay, very small relay, reed relay I believe, in a golden can, interesting. And here you can see the end piece, how it looks like, and it will move like so. So very overcomplicated construction for just a set of push buttons in fact. And oddly enough, these 2 on the side here are mounted sideways, you can see. The front piece is sideways at 45 degrees. Quite odd. And in fact it is all what we have in this, so probably you are just switching in and out contacts and maybe resistors with this other complicated setup. You can see for each switch we have 4 screws to the front panel. These are the screws for these standoffs here, like so. So we have 4 screws on the front panel. We have 4 Allen screws here for the switches mounting plate with a U-shape piece. And again 2 screws for attaching the switches by themselves. Really overcomplicated. Look at the thickness of this piece here. Just for it is just a mechanical structural piece to accommodate this, to attach this plate here, brass, all the brass bracket here for the free shaft. And really quite a surprise how this thing is overcomplicated. And here is again the front panel for you with these weird colors, not really expected. And you can not, I did just notice, in fact, each thing is written two times. So probably one is light up by the backlight of the front panel, and the other one is lit up when the function is actually actuated. But one thing, in fact, you can see it does come back in position. So what if you want to engage beam mode and it comes back by default to roll? So maybe we have solenoids in this also, and the buttons will remain in position when you press them and can be reset at any time maybe. Very interesting. I am trying to see how many contacts we have going in this thing. Yes, in fact we have, it may be this because we have 2 wires here at the front and 2 wires at the back. 2 here, 2 here. So for just a light it seems a little bit too much. So maybe we have a solenoid inside and they will remain actuated when you press them. And here also we must have something inside here, but it is not easy to access, so I guess we will not be able to do anything because we have 4 tiny screws and we have this ribbon all around them. But quite surprisingly made little panel. So I hope you did enjoy it, and see you soon. Bye bye.